It is time now for Pay Your Channel 11 o'clock news for this Friday, December 12th, 2014. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins. Your 11 o'clock news headlines here on this Friday. And our top story at 11 o'clock here is in Washington, the Senate will vote Monday on the massive government spending package that passed the House. Senators Mitch McConnell and Barbara Mikulski said late Friday pushing the fight that dominated Capitol Hill for days in the next week. Strong winds, torrential rain, and snow that caused widespread blackouts in Northern California hit the southern part of the state on Friday. With that storm triggered mudslides. She missed 6 weeks of school this fall thanks to asthma, and she was starting over. Her caseworker said she'd come back with it be easier in North Portland than back in Massillon. As scared and nervous and ever cherished. Signs of an improvement economy did nothing to shield stocks from morals free fall as the Dow Jones Industrial Average had its worst week since 2011. Volatility surge in fund managers and anxiety is building among clients and themselves. Scientists say that they have discovered a possible dark matter signal in the code of the X-rays emanating from the two bright objects in the sky. The original contents of the time capsule were placed in 1795 by Governors Sam Adams and Paul Revere in Williams College, and its ceremony that started in downtown Boston and proceeded to the State House according to historical accounts. Pope Francis' declaration that there are pups in paradise did come as a surprise to Boston College theologian Thomas Groom. Jerusalem, a Palestinian described as mentally unstable through acid at a family of Israelis who gave him a ride in the West Bank Friday before being shot and wounded, residents in the army said. Aircraft weighed on the tarmac at Heathrow Airport in London on Friday as more than 140 departures, about a quarter flights, were delayed because of a fault with a computer. Police in India are investigating claims that a Bangalore business executive is behind an influential pro-Islamic State Twitter account. More than 200 people were arrested on Thursday as authorities disbanded a Central for Democracy protest at in Hong Kong, bringing an end to almost 3 months of intense demonstrations that captured the world's attention. Their sons, Trayvon Martin, Michael Brown, Tamir Rice, and Eric Garner become symbols of rage in the national conversation about police brutality and racial injustice as form of a share of the pain of losing sons to hands of the police. In Atlanta, the Federal Bureau of Investigation said Friday that it joined the inquiry into an August death of a black teenager in North Carolina, where family members said, along their supporters have questioned if funded by the state authorities. Dianne Feinstein said no to the CIA did not use rectal hydration as a medical one. Monday, the deadline to sign up for health insurance in Oklahoma's federally run exchange show coverage should take effect on January 1st, as Monday's health insurance deadline for coverage started on January 1st. And Facebook is thinking about it, adding a way to dislike posts on its site. As founder Mark Zuckerberg said, speaking at the Q&A session in California, he said it is one of the most aggressive features on the social network receives from its users. It is faster, more intuitive, and easier to use the My 4 Touch. The company said Sync 3 offers a conversational voice recognition technology and responsive driver commands, along with a smartphone-style touchscreen and a graphical user interface. Good news, they say the FCC has ruled that the rural broadband should be held to the same centers that connect to build up cities and towns. In Ridley Scott talks religious casting and themes. Chicken Box sends a rep for Angelina Jolie on Tuesday. The actress director who is in the middle of the press tour for Unbroken Out Christmas Day was first to the Sony hacking scandal, while emails from Scott written that Sony pictures were leaked. Criminal Minds could be the latest popular CBS series to get a new spin-off series at the 10th series drama, which focuses on profiles of the FBI's behavioral analyst unit will film an episode in February, which could lead to a new series. Caracas, Venezuela, and expression of concern by the environmental group Greenpeace about the carbon footprint were marked this week by real footprints of the fragile and restricted landscape near the natural lines of ancient man-made designs. Sao Paulo, Brazil in 2014, Islamic climate talks said power will push among ongoing divisions. One of the best meteor showers will be visible Saturday and Sunday if weather allows. A total film of state New York may have been the first child to die from poison by liquid nicotine, a substance used in e-cigarettes in the U.S. Poor semen production can interfere with a couple's ability to conceive, but new research from Stanford suggests that also may be connected to a variety of health problems unrelated to fertility, including high blood pressure and harbingers of heart disease. Take a look at New England alerts here at 11:04 here. Everett, Massachusetts at 38 Broadway, 2-car motor vehicle accident. Fire department reported multiple injuries. In Medford, Massachusetts on 47 Mystic Avenue, command requested WF for several TT units well involved. Deck guns being set up. And in Boston, Massachusetts at 661 Adams Street, a pedestrian struck by a bus and non-available scene accident with recon working. Peter Till News on 11:05 here, and it's 10 after travel report on this late Friday night here. And it shows an accident on the Southeast Expressway. But it's cleared up. Mass back to the westbound side is backed up from South Boston away after Prude Tunnel. Southeast Expressway on the northbound side, slowly push the mass back from Mass Avenue here. In Dorchester accident, shoulder block gun. Expressway southbound at exit 50 Columbia Road. The slow traffic from exit 16 South at the street northway, South 8 Mall, South Boston in Boston here. And a Waltham accident on the left lane blocked the Route 1 train at exit 27 Tuttle Pond Road at Woodard Street. Subsequent traffic from exit 25 Mass Park Weston. And Burlington Ellery traffic accident on Route 1 train southbound at exit 33 at Route 3 slow traffic from exit 44 Wood Street here. But otherwise, a smooth sail commute here on this late Friday night highways by West New England. There, as we look at the weather situation here on this late Friday night here. Current conditions here in North Massachusetts at 11 o'clock. 32 degrees at temperature with fair skies. 0 degrees Celsius, humidity 75%. Wind speed west about 6 miles per hour. Barometer 20.88 inches. Super about 25 degrees. And visibly at 10 miles. And wind chill about 26 degrees here. Okay, let's take a look at our current conditions around the region here. It's 34 degrees on temperature right out here in Boston, 32 in Bedford, 33 in Beverly, 28 in Worcester, 30 in Smithfield, 32 in Providence, and in Wesley and Taunton and Bedford, 34 in Block Island Sound, it's 37 out in Plymouth and Providence Town and Cape Cod Bay, 30 Falmouth, 35 in Chatham, 33 Martha's Vineyard, taking 36 in Long Sound, it's 34 in Islip, 35 in Montauk, it's 35 in New York City, 34 in Bridgeport, New Haven, it's 31 in Denver, 29 in Waterbury, 32 in Meriden, pair 33 is in Hartford and Winslow, it's 33 in Springfield, 29 in Ethel, 26 in Pittsfield, 28 in North Phantoms, Massachusetts, 31 in Albany, New York, 28 in Saratoga Springs, 28 in Bennington, 27 in Brattleboro, Vermont, it's 27 in Rutland, Vermont, 38 in Hampshire, 29 in Jefferson, Hampshire, 31 in Concord, Hampshire, 32 in Manchester, Hampshire, 33 in Nashville, Hampshire, 34 in Portsmouth, Hampshire, Portland, Maine, here. Okay, take a look at that. Station front shows some station front from eastern British Columbia for central Alberta, Saskatchewan, up to Manitoba. Cold front stretching over the Gulf of California, stretching around Arizona, Utah, and station front down for Idaho and Montana, and the cold front up in Montana. And we got a warm station front stretching from southern Saskatchewan, then for the Rockies and stretching in western Texas here. And we got a station front off the eastern tip of Mexico, stretching between southern Florida and northern Cuba, and out to sea here. We got Fortified from Georgia stretching up to the Carolinas, Fortified off the North Carolina, and Fortified down for the southern Quebec, down for north central Maine. We got high pressure in southern Colorado, eastern Kentucky, and north east central Mississippi. You got low pressure in central Idaho, down for southeastern Montana, and down for northeastern portions of Manitoba here. 35 degrees on temperature right now here in Detroit, 25 in Pittsburgh, 30 in Washington, D.C., 44 in Atlanta, Georgia. It's 60 in Miami, Florida, 62 in Brownsville, Texas, 60 in Dallas, Texas, 49 in Kansas City, 43 in Omaha, Nebraska, 34 in Chicago, Illinois, 35 in Minneapolis, St. Paul, 48 in Great Falls, Montana, 46 in Seattle, Washington, 55 in San Francisco, 59 in Los Angeles, 48 in Las Vegas, 53 in Salt Lake City, 40 in Denver, 42 in Albuquerque, and 68 out of Phoenix, Arizona. Here. Alrighty, let's take a look at our map situation. Shows light lines of snow showers, man. That northeastern Essex County, around Newburyport, down for Ipswich, and then stretching it down for the Merrimack Valley, around Lowell, Lawrence, and around Pepper, now Leominster, and around east of Athol, and around the Quabbin Reservoir, and a streak of showers of snow along the Mass Pike border from Ashland, stretching down Venedict, and around Veneta here, and a line of snow showers around Situate, around Hingham and Hull, and stretch around Lynn, and rain sleet snow showers off the Boston Harbor here. Leading around Otis Air Force Base and some snow showers east of west of I-9, 1/4 west of Emerson near Holyoke, and west central portions of Berkshire County. Okay, let's take a look at our radar situation here, and it shows snow showers today, eastern quarter from Albany up to Plattsburgh, and up the western portion of Vermont, and a line of snow showers up in northern Maine, stretching in western, northwestern portion of Brunswick, down to the east central portion of Quebec. Rain showers in central and eastern portions of Nova Scotia, stretching on western and southeastern portions of Newfoundland there, and a line of rain showers off the eastern tip of Long Island there, and some rain showers around northeastern Texas, southwestern Arkansas, northwestern Louisiana, up the southeastern portions of Oklahoma area. And a line of rain showers in western Arizona, southwestern and western portions of Utah, and down for southern and northern portions of Idaho, and down for east central portions of Washington State, snow and sleet around northeastern portions of Oregon, line of rain showers around central portions of Wyoming, snow showers in northeastern portion of Nevada, and line of rain showers around the Sierras of California here, and spotty rain showers down up and down the California coastline here, and spotty rain showers around northwestern Oregon and west central portion of Washington State, and snow and sleet in south central and east central portion of British Columbia, and line of rain showers around the southeastern portion of Alaska here. Okay, let's take a look at our satellite loop here, and it shows spotty clouds covered from New England and covered much of Atlantic Canada, while a line of clouds covered much of the western portion of the country and up British Columbia, and for Manitoba up in northern Alberta here. A lot of clouds coming from Ontario, stretching in for the northern Great Lakes, and Wisconsin down for northern Illinois, down for eastern portions of Iowa, down for northern Missouri, and a line of clouds from Louisiana, and a line of clouds from southern Florida, stretching off the eastern tip of Mexico, and a line of clouds out to sea here, off the Caribbean Sea here. Okay, let's take a look at our maps and our current conditions here, and take a look at our forecast discussion here. Heavy rain and mountain snow expected across California, and since it maintains strength and migrate across the southern Rockies and High Plains later this weekend here, the energetic upper level trough will pack strong winds in advance of the Pacific cold front this evening across western Utah and northwestern Arizona. Wind reverses are affected by the gusts of 45 miles an hour beyond the cold front, and a stable atmosphere will promote numerous showers from nearly all the west coast and occasional snow showers for the higher elevations of the Cascades, Cisco, and interior mountain ranges of the western Great Basin. The system is expected to migrate across the four-quarter region of Saturday and Saturday night, then inject into the high plains of southwest Kansas and Texas Panhandle on Sunday morning. The storm system will have the potential to produce more strong winds in the plains and heavy snow, and strong winds in the southern Rockies and upper Rio Grande Valley. The system will be intense and may produce some scattered showers across, along with a few thunderstorms in several portions and so weak conditions along the central Colorado, the western Kansas portions of I-70 corridor. In the northeast, a persistent upper level circulation remained across the station off the coast of Nova Scotia throughout the weekend in its presence, allowing for a brisk northwest wind and scattered snow shower forecasted across a large portion of New England and dominate the downwind of the eastern Great Lakes. The brisk northwest northwind will be likely to make its way to the Piedmont and southeastern weekend here. Okay, take a look at the forecast discussion around the region here, and it shows a low pressure over the northern New England will slowly lift northeast and move away from the region this weekend, and mainly dry weather is expected for the early next week. As a high pressure builds into the region, a low pressure may bring a period of mainly rain showers somewhere. And sometime Tuesday night and Wednesday, a new trim forecast 10 p.m. update. New state accumulated low to our northeast front, the west periphery of which cyclonically rotated mid-level impulses are resulted in weak forces of residual moisture and the development of an isolated to scattered flare activity or accumulation expected. Intertwined with dry air, there will be reports of precipitation of west of the Berkshires falling as very soon drizzle. No reports have been given east of the Berkshires of freezing drizzle. New term high resolution models guidance would suggest that there was ice in the Colorado around the majority of the South New England. There was a case of the 0Z Chatham side, but check out the 0Z Albany side, which is a drive of H7. Upton 10 does show that as is present will be moderate in the evening forecast and should freeze and drizzle develop. We'll follow up accordingly with a special weather statement and would strongly advise that residents along these two slopes on the Berkshires be aware that the possibility of changing weather conditions and diverse weather impacts along area waterways and such faking the sends out from the Connect River Valley into the Hartford County. Still observing a decent northwest flow, the strongest of which is along the coast of the colder air circulating along and across the region, dragging south of the Canada across the warmer waters led to the cold boundary and later mix of the gusts around 20 miles per hour along the coastline should be anticipated. We'll see the event as a cause keeping the lows around the mid upper 20s here. In today's eyes, what's tomorrow's eyes can see widespread temperature readings in the 30s with a few spots reaching around 40 degrees by the tri-state area of New Jersey, New York, and Connecticut. Here, otherwise, widespread temperatures are in the 40s for the metro region. Here, hey, a taste of 40s could be seen around Connecticut, even a few parts of Connecticut. Here, okay, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast, which goes like this. Here, while you're sleeping over 9 hours of the night, we're going to see some slight chance of flurries before 3 a.m. Most of the skies got a low at 26 degrees in northwest wind about 5 miles per hour. For Saturday, slight chance of flurries after 10 a.m. Parts of the skies got a high about 39 degrees in northwest wind about 5 to 8 miles per hour. Sorry that. Slight chance of flurries before 8 p.m. Parts of the skies got a low at 27 degrees in northwest wind about 5 miles per hour. Sunday, most of the skies got about 40 degrees in northwest wind about 5 miles per hour. Saturday night, most of the clear skies low at 29 degrees, a light northwest wind. Monday, skies got about 44 degrees. Monday night, part clouds got low about 30 degrees. For Tuesday, part sands got behind 46 degrees. Tonight, chance rain, clouds got low about 34 degrees and chance rain should 50%. For Wednesday, most of the clouds got high about 45, low about 31 degrees. Thursday, part sand, most of the clouds got about 42, low about 29 degrees. For Friday, most of the sands got about 40 degrees. Pairs, what if rains on the night? Part sands skies with a few flurries possible. Pay Wednesday, have a good night with a good positive. Be see you tomorrow morning with a morning report. Good night, see you tomorrow morning.